I understand that plenty of people have already made videos about Missing Link before, probably better videos than this will be, but I really wanted to take a crack at it because I just played some of it and I thought it was really interesting, and I thought some of its history was really interesting. Guilty Gear 1 is where the Guilty Gear series started, and while it is an incredibly flawed game, it also introduced some very important mechanics to the series. It also has interesting differences from version to version, as well as being an incredibly broken game that you would be insane to play for money. The first interesting part of Missing Link to me is instant kills. This is a fairly well-known mechanic in the series, although for better or for worse, it isn't in every entry of the game. But despite these title omissions, instant kills have been around since the very start. Instant kills work a little bit differently in this game though. If you land the move, you win both rounds, and you can try to land it as many times as you want during the round. So if you miss or they tech the move, you can try again immediately afterwards. I didn't really know where to put this in, but Soul's Dragon install is absolutely ridiculous. It makes his already powerful and stupidly fast moves incredibly more strong, and the only downside is he's stunned after the effect wears off, but you probably won't last for him to get stunned. He'll probably kill you before that happens. Basically, Soul is just a ridiculously strong character in this game. He also has a couple of infinites. I don't know how to do them, but maybe I'll learn or I'll find some footage and put it up for you right now. Stupid character, stupid game. It's all stupid. All of this stupid bullshit really makes for an interesting arcade mode experience though, because it's really easy to win, at least on like characters who aren't boss fights, and it's also really easy to lose because the computers also use instant kills. It's actually a really good way of designing a bad game well, because even though everything is bullshit, it happens so fast that at least you're not wasting a lot of your time. You can even instant kill the bosses, although it takes a lot of effort, because usually they'll just tech the instant kill, but if you land it, you can instant kill Justice and just take care of the final boss fight. Guilty Gear 1 is an absolutely ridiculous game, and you should play through the arcade mode at least once because it is an absolute joy. The game's philosophy, purposeful or not, is that if everyone's broken, no one is, and I absolutely love that about this game. This game also uses the tournament trope where the tournament somehow leads into an evil plan. This time it's Testament's evil plan, and they needed sacrifices to bring justice back, but I guess they couldn't have just killed everyone. They had to do a tournament, and then the final sacrifice is whoever wins the tournament, so I guess this tournament didn't matter. It's kind of confusing and convoluted, but at the end of the day, the tournament's just there so that you have an arcade mode to do. Also, fun fact, this isn't really relevant to anything else in the game, but in the English translation, they got Justice's gender wrong. They called her a him. And I mean, can you really blame them? Look at the sprite. And speaking of the game's development, despite the arcade levels of bullshit from the bosses, this game was only ever released on PS1. It was never in an arcade cabinet. The only other release that I know about for this game that isn't on another console is its Steam release. And interestingly enough, you can't use the cheat codes from the original game on the Steam release. Now, I don't know why exactly that is, but I have a feeling it's something to do with the fact that for the Steam release, they rebuilt the game in Unity. And so maybe they forgot to implement the cheat codes or it didn't work or something. I don't know. This is my assumption. I just think it's really interesting that for the Steam release, they rebuilt the game in Unity. I tried finding out why they rebuilt the game in Unity, but I couldn't really find any answers. If you have an answer, please tell me, because all I know is that they rebuilt it in Unity. I don't have a reason why, and it's killing me not knowing. Another silly part of this Steam release is that it runs at the same speed as your refresh rate on your monitor. That means it runs at like ungodly speeds if it's on any monitor that runs higher than 60 Hz. And there's a way to fix this. I'll link the guide to it in the description. But I just think it's really funny that this is how it works. And unfortunately, there's not really a good way of doing any of the cheat codes on this version of the game, so you just have to like use the PS1 version if you want to get the original experience. This means that when you want to unlock Bikin and Testament and Justice, you have to go through the arcade mode, and in Bikin's case, you can't use any continues, which is a huge pain in the ass, but I'll link a guide for how to cheese it down below. With everything being said, this was all just a rant of things I found interesting and felt like researching. There's still a lot of mechanics I didn't go over, especially like the pseudo-Roman cancel that was in this game. If you want to learn about that, there's a good video by Gecko Squirrel that goes over the history of Roman cancel. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and please subscribe and leave a comment knowing what game you want me to talk about next, because I'm all for talking about obscure or old fighting games. Until then, thank you for watching, I'll see you next time, and peace out. Hold up! I just remembered, and I didn't put it in the video, and I don't know how I didn't realize to talk about this. This is the first game Bikin's in. I thought she appeared later. This is the first. Bikin's been around the whole time, guys.